Yo, Eagles Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Eagles Fly High, the YouTube pulse of Philadelphia Eagles football, where we live for every snap, every tackle, and every fly, Eagles fly chant that shakes the link. It's September 22nd, 2025, and we're still buzzing from that wild 33-26 comeback win over the Los Angeles Rams yesterday. A game where the Birds were down 26-7, but roared back like true Philly Warriors. But hold up, there's some spicy chatter floating around, and it's got fans on X lighting up. Was there a coaching shakeup mid-game? Did Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts take over play calling from offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo to spark that second-half magic? Sirianni shut that conspiracy theory down hard today, and we're diving into it all. Plus, how this team's grit keeps us 3-0 and dreaming of another Super Bowl run. So, grab your soft pretzel, crank the volume, and let's get into it because this is Eagles football, baby. Let's set the stage with yesterday's game at Lincoln Financial Field because, wow, what a roller coaster. The first half was rough. Philly trailed 19-7, with the offense stuck in mud and special teams fumbling away field position. Jalen Hurts, our dual-threat superstar, was just 4 for 8 for 17 yards passing. Saquon Barkley was bottled up at 1.9 yards per carry, and A.J. Brown didn't have single catch. The Rams' Matthew Stafford was slicing us with a 44-yard touchdown to Davante Adams, and their backs, Corinne Williams and Blake Corum, ran for 109 yards combined. Special teams? A nightmare. Tank Bigsby and John Mechie 3 muffed 4 kickoffs, leaving us with an average starting field position at our own 19. For new fans, that's like starting a race 20-yard behind. But then, the second half hit like a Meek Mill beat drop. Down 26-7 after a Hurts sack fumble, the Eagles flipped the switch. 3 touchdowns on their final 4 drives. Powered by Hurts' 280 passing yards, 3 total TDs, 2 passing, 1 rushing, and Barkley's 122nd half rushing yards. A.J. Brown woke up with a 40-yard bomb. Devonta Smith snagged a one-hander, and Jordan Davis's 2 field goal blocks, including a return for 6, sealed the 33-26 comeback. That's Philly grit, folks. Now let's tackle the big story, that coaching conspiracy theory. After a heated sideline moment between Hurts and new offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo in the third quarter, some fans and ex-posts started buzzing. Did Sirianni strip Patullo of play-calling duties, letting Hurts or himself take over to fuel the comeback? At his Monday presser, Sirianni shut it down like a 4th-and-goal stop. Kevin called the plays yesterday in that second half. He said, via Pro Football Talk, with that fiery Philly edge. Kevin called the plays. Kevin will continue to call the plays. I love the communication that we get from all our guys. Sirianni doubled down, praising Hurts' field vision. Our QB's like a human playbook, breaking down coverages without needing a tablet. Jalen sees the field really well, Sirianni said. He can come back and tell you what happened without even looking at the picture. There's communication, right? That's synergy. Hurts feeding Patullo real-time intel. Unlocked the second-half explosion. Play-action passes, faking a run to set up a throw, to Brown and Smith, plus inside zone runs that sprung Barkley free. Patullo, in his first year as OC after being pass-game coordinator since 2021, proved he's got the chops, even if the offense is averaging 25.6 points per game, down from 29 in 2024. This squashes the drama and shows this staff's all in, no matter the heat. Let's dive deeper into the game, because that comeback wasn't just luck, it was strategy and heart. The first half was brutal. Losing Lane Johnson to a stinger. He's back for week 4, thank goodness. Left backup Matt Pryor overwhelmed, giving up sacks that led to Hurts' fumble. Special teams were a mess, with those muffed returns killing field position. Defensively, Vic Fangio's zone-heavy scheme, where defenders guard areas, not players, bent early, letting LA's run game feast. But linebacker Zach Bond's interception off Stafford set up Hurts' tush-push touchdown, that unstoppable sneak where Jalen dives behind the line for a score, converting 95% of short yardage tries. In the second half, Patullo leaned on Hurts' legs and arm. Think 15-yard scrambles and deep shots to Smith. Fred Johnson, subbing for Pryor, stabilized the O-line, giving Barkley room to rip off a 30-yard run. The defense, led by Jalen Carter's 1.5 sacks and Josh Sweat's pressure, rattled Stafford into a 60.2 passer rating, forcing 4 field goals instead of TDs. Those 2 block kicks by Davis? Game changers, proving all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams. Win games. Stats paint the picture. Phillies 3-0, averaging 25.6 points per game, second in the NFC East behind Dallas 26.1. Hurts is at 850 passing yards, 70% completion, 9 total TDs, 1 turnover. Numbers that scream MVP. Barkley's got 370 rushing yards, for 0.8 yards per carry, though his first half struggles show we need Lane Johnson's blocking. The defense, with 12 sacks through 3 weeks, is on pace to top their 2024 playoff-leading 22. Special teams, though, bottom 10 in return yards until yesterday's Xavier Gipson claim. More on that in a sec. Compare this to 2024's 10-1 start that faded late. This squad's deeper, with rookies like Smail Mondin, aka the Enforcer, and Quinyon Mitchell stepping up. The O-line, even without Lane briefly, allowed just 4 sacks all season, a testament to Cam Jurgens' growth post-Kelsey. This team's Philly to its core. Since 1933, the Eagles have been our city's heartbeat. Born from the Frankfurt Yellow Jackets merger, battling through the 1960 NFL Championship loss to Green Bay in a snowstorm, where Norm Van Brocklin nearly stole it. Super Bowl 52 in 2018, the Philly special saw Nick Foles catch a TD, toppling Brady's Pats and sparking a 2 million fan parade that shut down I-95. Super Bowl 59 in 2025, Hurts' 3-TD MVP masterpiece, a 31-24 rout over KC that had South Philly in tears. The NFC East is our turf. 34-game edge over the Cowboys, pure hate. 6 straight dubs over the Giants. Commanders as our scrappy little bro fans. From Fishtown to Delco, they're the NFL's loudest, tailgating with Sweet Caroline and cheesesteaks like it's a religion. Culturally, this squad's electric. Jalen Hurts, the Houston kid turned Philly icon, is our Rocky Balboa, grit, faith, and a killer arm. Saquon Barkley, snatched from the Giants in 24, drops Meek Mill bars on X after big runs, tying hip-hop hustle to gridiron glory. A.J. Brown's South Philly snarl meets Mississippi roots, snagging 50-50 balls like they're his birthright. Devonta Smith glides like a gazelle, his Heisman polish shining. Defensively, Jalen Carter's a Georgia Bulldog wrecking ball, and Josh Sweat's edge rush is chaos. Jason Kelsey, now a podcast king, tweeted post-game, "Patullo's calls were fire. Hurts reads made it happen." This team's got that 17 vibe. I caught Sirianni. In my head, no drama here, just communication and execution. Kevin's our guy. Fan voice. Joey from South Philly, cheesesteak in hand. Hurts and Patullo got us 3-0. Haters can kick rocks. On X, at Eagles Fanatic. Posted. No play calling switch? Sirianni's got my trust. ESPN's Mina Kiper said, Philly's offense is still top 5, even at 25.6 points. Patullo's learning curve's no biggie. Now let's talk that Gipson move because special teams nearly sank us. Claiming Xavier Gipson, the ex-Jets returner with a 65-yard punt return TD in his resume, was a masterstroke. His 26 yards per kickoff return and 8.9 on punts dwarf our current unit's 19-yard average starts. With Darius Cooper's shoulder injury and Mechie's muff fest, Gipson's a game-changer, setting up Hurts with shorter fields. Week 4, we're at Tampa Bay, facing the Bucs who bounced us in 23's wild card. With Lane Johnson back, his stingers no issue. Expect the O-line to bully Tampa's front, giving Barkley lanes and Hurts time for deep shots to Smith and Dallas Goedert, who's quietly at 12 catches for 140 yards. Fangio's D, with Carter and Sweat, should blitz Baker Mayfield silly. Think 3 sacks. Gipson could flip field position with a 30-yard return. I'm calling a 27-20 Eagles win, moving to 4-0, eyeing a first-round bye. Long term, 13-4, top 2 seed, and a 26th draft pick for a slot WR to stretch defenses. Eagles Nation, it's go time. Week 4 kicks at 1 p.m. Eastern, Fox or 94 WIP. Hit the bar, fire up the grill, or scream at the link. Smash that like button if you're hyped for Patullo's play calling. Drop your Week 4 score predictions below. Will Hurts or Barkley lead the charge? And subscribe to Eagles Fly High for every breakdown, fan poll, and X reaction. Share this with your Cowboys fan cousin who needs a reality check. We're building a dynasty, one comeback at a time. Fly, Eagles, fly.